Hey everyone, Drew from Monkey's Tropicals Adventures here to do another fragrance review on
What smells good to me?
How's everyone doing? Well, first and foremost, full disclosure, the fragrance I'm going to talk about was sent to me. However, I am going to give you a 100% honest review. So with that being said, let's do this. So I want to thank the good people at Barberry Coast for sending me a crap ton of awesome stuff. I'm blown away. I was chatting with them on Monday, and everything came yesterday, which was Wednesday. That was quick, super quick. And I wasn't sure how much stuff I was getting, but I got a lot, and so I'm really excited to try it all out. And so I've tried out, sort of tried out one of the other fragrances, but I tried this one out. I tested it last night. I put it on when I went to bed, and then I wore it all day today to fully test it out. So what are we talking about? Havana Exclusive. Okay, so if you've watched my channel, you follow me on Instagram, you know I love tobacco products. I love the smell of tobacco products, and it goes back to my grandfather. My grandfather smoked a pipe, and that smell, that whole nostalgia with that smell will always stick with me. I used to smoke cigars, but when I had my daughter, I kind of quit. So I love the smell of pipe tobacco, cigars, all that good stuff. I don't like cigarette smoke. That stuff smells like shit. So we've got a badass tobacco fragrance here. Now I'm gonna be honest. When I first sprayed it, it was like it was pretty beastly, and I was like, I don't know if I can wear this. But it became quite tame within about 10 minutes. So this bad boy, let me just kind of tell you what the note. You got tobacco leaf, crushed cocoa beans, patchouli, Peruvian clove, and spice. Holy monkeys. Holiest of monkeys when you first spray it. So if you thought T-Rex from Zoologist was beastly, this is kind of like what that's like. So when I first spray this, and great spray too out of the atomizer. Wow. Like I said, I wasn't sure if I could wear this, especially in an office environment. But if you spray it at home, by the time you get to work, you'll be fine. So when you first spray it, I get almost kind of like almost like a bay rum type spices, like that heavy spice of bay rum. And it reminds me of like an oily, like Maduro cigar wrapper. If you smoke Maduro, I love Maduro cigars. Absolutely love them. So if you've ever smelled like a Maduro cigar, you know it's got just like that really rich, warm, dark, bold smell to it. And absolutely amazing. So I kind of get that, and then I get just some really bold spice. A lot of that clove, some cinnamon, and so all that mixed together, I'm like, okay. And it projects hard. And then in about 10 minutes, it started to soften a little bit, and the tobacco went from that kind of that Maduro cigar wrapper to almost a pipe tobacco, which I thought was kind of interesting. I wasn't even sure like how that transition even took place. But that's what I started getting, and I was like, all right, now I'm gonna let. And so the spices weren't biting as hard, and everything kind of softened, and it just became this really pleasant, gentlemanly scent. If I saw a 20-year-old wearing this, I'd kick their ass. It's not a young person's scent, and that's what I kind of like about it. I like, as I get older, there are fragrances that I'm not gonna see some younger kid wearing. 30s, you can get away with it. 40s, 50s. Great gift for your dad, for your grandfather. In your 30s, get it for your husband, your spouse, your partner. This is a badass gentlemanly fragrance. And like I said, opens up really loud, beastly of spices, but it softens, and you can definitely, I wore it in the office today, and I give decants to a lot of the people there in the office. And I always worry, like, is my fragrance going to be too loud or too much? Because you don't want to be that person. I like when I get the compliments of something good, but you don't want, like, hey, that's really heavy, that's really pumping. And I didn't get that, and I was a little concerned, and I knew for sure I was going to hear it from a person or two if it was, and so I didn't. So therefore, I think it passed the test. Longevity. I sprayed it last night when I opened the box. I said box. And I put it on. I went to bed. I slept 9 hours last night, which was really nice. And then I could still smell it. I only sprayed a squirt on my hand because I was trying that one out and another one that I'll do a video on. So I could still smell it faintly just from one spray. I was like, okay. And then today I left for work at 6:30, and I didn't get off until 6. And I would say the fragrance, where it was very noticeable, was still at the 8-hour mark. The 10-hour mark, more skin scent, like really had to smell. However, it was freezing ass cold this morning. Well, I'm from Southern California. We're in flip-flops and shorts year-round. So it was cold for this Southern California kid. And so I wore a sweatshirt this morning because I was cold. And so I put my sweatshirt on before I left my office, and I could still smell. It was in the hood of my sweatshirt. I didn't wear my hood up. I'm not an emo guy, but I could still smell it. Like it got into the fabric of my sweatshirt, and then it was like I had just sprayed it again. So in my clothes, it's still pumping hard. On my skin, it obviously dried and died down quite a bit. So 8 hours, you're still rocking it well. And I went light because I was a little bit scared. So I think I did squirt, like maybe four. So I would start out easy, depending, because everyone's skin's different. You know, if your skin's dry or whatever. But I would go light, easy first to see. And I have really sensitive skin. So the other thing is, like with spices, especially with bay rum type spices, people tend to have a reaction. So I was okay. I didn't have any type of reaction to it. So if you're ultra skin sensitive, I was okay. So hopefully you're okay as well. But I really like this fragrance. At first, I wasn't sure. Wasn't sure. But I really liked where I got it 10 months. So where I see it shining as it dries down, it really becomes a nice, mature, gentlemanly scent. Perfect. Very different than any of the other tobacco scents I like, which I continue to love, that I continue to find badass tobacco fragrances that aren't like the other ones I have. So now I've got so many different ones that it's a tobacco lover's dream. So what does this go for? This is 100 ml, 3.3 ounce. It goes for $95. I'm gonna try to get this video up this week. They're having 25% off up until Valentine's Day. I'll leave that code below, but I'm sure after Valentine's Day, it's gone. But I know when you go on their site, they have this like little spinning wheel that you can hit, and it can give you a discount as well. So I guess you could like spin your luck like roulette. So you can try that out. They've got some other really cool fragrances I'm really looking forward to trying, hopefully. They've got a bay rum, they've got a rum fragrance, and then they've got something kind of like Himalaya, I guess, probably like close to like maybe Creed or something like that. This is not a clone by any stretch of anything out there. So really nice, beautiful, beastie tobacco fragrance, but it softens so it's not too much in your face after the dry down mark. So I really love it. I'm gonna be doing a shave with the shave cream too. So I'll be putting up a totally different video, and I'll talk about the fragrance again. But you gotta check out Barberry Coast, Havana, absolutely beautiful. Follow them on Instagram. I'll list their website, their Instagram, everything below. Follow me on Instagram at Monkeys Tropicals Adventures. And let me know if there's some other cool tobacco fragrances out there that I need to try. Or if you're a tobacco fragrance company, hit me up. Love tobacco fragrances. And I will see you soon for another fragrance review or shave or something. Take care.